Still raining in the great Northwest. Now, usually I would start the show dressed in a tasteful bikini because this is the Swimming Upstream Radio Show, but it's been raining for 3 solid weeks now. So the one thing I'm sure of is I'm Dorothy Wilhelm. The show is the Swimming Upstream Radio Show. And have I got some interesting people for you to meet today. Our last show, we introduced Terri Thal, and we talked about the fact that she has a brand new project started. Terri met us first when she had written her book, which she tells me is 3 years ago. I can hardly believe that. Is that true, Terri? That book was 3 years ago? Well, my goodness. Anyway, she's the author of My Greenwich Village, Dave, Bob, and Me, and she is a writer about getting older. I am now a writer about getting older, she says. So last show, we introduced Regina Carey, who is a life coach, and how she has changed her business. And I hear that she wants to say something about that in a minute. And we have a very special and exciting guest for us today. And Terri, why don't you take it from here for the minute?
Well, what this is all about is that it's for women. And the theory is women get stuck and that there is a way to get unstuck. And that you can pick up a new life, you can change your life. And we want to talk about that. And we've been there.
And what are we calling our project?
Our project, I just lost it.
I did that earlier.
Our project is called 50 and Just Getting Started. And we've all been there. Maybe we were 60, maybe we were 40, but America has this thing about when you are older, you are old. Ain't true. And you can't make changes. You have to do whatever you're doing. It's too late. It ain't too late. Dorothy reinvented herself. I reinvented myself. Regina, who you're going to meet, we all did it. And we want to be involved in a blog that tells those stories and helps women figure out how they can do it.
And Terri, we're going to do that by offering tips and hints that people can put into action themselves. Right. Now, let's see. So let's go around and look for Regina, shall we?
Hello.
Oh, how are you? Weren't you surprised? Hi. Yes. Say hi, Terri.
I did. I am thrilled that you're here.
So kind of give us one hint from last time. And people should look up, by the way, if they have not seen these are all available online. And if they missed that first valuable episode, they should look it up and find out what you said. But because we're such swell people, we're going to tell you what she said and how she got to be so cute.
Oh, thank you. You know, what I want our listeners to know is that time and again, I hear women who say they are not going to spend the money, not going to invest in themselves until the kids are grown, until the divorce goes through, until they sell the house, until all the ducks are in a row. And time stops for no one. We know this. And the time is now. If you're feeling it, if you get excited about the thought of finally launching out on your own to do the thing that you've always wanted to do, trust it and invest in it. Invest in yourself. It's the best thing you can do for the world.
And that is wonderful. And now, today we have our second episode, and Terri has an exciting guest to introduce to us. Introduce away, Terri.
Christine Lavin is a singer-songwriter, and she can tell us what a singer-songwriter is. I come out of the folk music world, and the folk music world has changed enormously. and everybody in it had to change. And people started writing their own stuff, their own material. And it's kind of based on a lot of the theories of folk music. So they're called singer-songwriters rather than whatever, Tin Can Alley people. And Chris was young and she discovered this, and she has become well known in this world, and she's about to receive national awards and give national awards, which is equally prestigious. And she is quite wonderful. And actually, she was a protege of my first husband after we broke up, and we stayed friends. So I would love to introduce Chris Lavin.
Hello. They say that
Yeah.
that older women don't go to concerts. Well, in some ways that's true, but it's because the music has nothing to do with their lives. And I wrote this song like 30 years ago when I had crossed a line. And I think it's a line that we've all crossed at one time or another. Oh no, I'm looking for my glasses again. I put them down. I turned around and then I could not find them. Now I'm doing my best Patty Duke impression. Miracle worker, stumbling all over the place. What do I have to do to teach myself a lesson? Fall flat on my face. Oh no, I'm looking for my car keys again. I put them down. I turned around and then I could not find them. Now I can't find them because I can't see, because I can't find my glasses. Woe is me. I can't drive my car. I can't read, but I can order a pizza and watch TV. Oh no. Where is that remote control? It's gotta be here. I saw it 5 minutes ago, but can I find it now? No. But the doorbell rings, it's the pizza guy. Good thing I don't need my glasses to eat pizza pie. He tells me it's $12. I say 1 minute. My purse has all my money in it. Oh no. Now I'm looking for my purse. Just when things were getting better, they've taken a turn for the worse. This is a curse. I explain my situation, how I can't see. Why is the pizza man now laughing at me? I'm looking round the table and under the bed. Why is he pointing toward the top of my head? Oh, here they are. And what is that there on the floor? Yes, it's my purse. It's holding my car keys, and there's the remote control behind the door. Now I can eat pizza, watch the news, chill out, lose these annoying blues. But first there's one phone call I need to return. Where's my cell phone? When will I learn? Oh no, I'm looking for my cell phone again.
That's wonderful.
But I have to tell you the truth. When I was searching all around for my eyeglasses, they weren't on top of my head. I was wearing them. That's when I knew I had crossed a line. That's the kind of stuff that older women can relate to. And I didn't even know it because, for the longest time, I called that song Sure Signs, a sure sign that my life is slightly out of control. But people would come up to the merch table at shows, and they say, which album has that song on it called Oh No? And I realized after the 100th person asked for the Oh No record that I was giving it the wrong title. So that's one of the great things about being a performer, is that you could work on stuff as you're traveling around, and you eventually find the right title for the right songs.
Christine, I understand you're actually getting an award for all of your lifetime work, though.
Yeah, it's so nice. On November 7th, I'm getting an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award from NERFA, which is the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance. And what I've done, and I've done this all during my career, I've actually made 16 compilations by hundreds of songwriters. And I'm finally being recognized for it. But whenever I would put together a compilation, I would pick a theme, and then I would spread the word that I was looking for songs on this theme, and people would send me material.
I sing with a choir. I can't sing. I sing. I just sing because as you get older, as you noticed, and I have Parkinson's disease, I'm singing literally to keep my voice. But they don't know I can't read music, and they don't know that I actually can't sing because the director likes you to end the song by looking up and smiling, and I can sure do that. So what would you suggest? What might people? So many people say, "Oh, nobody wants to hear me sing. I can't do that." But we don't care. We want people to have to feel the joy of getting to sing.
You know, I'm friends with a guy named David Ippolito, who is the guitar man of Central Park. He's made his living for the last 30 years in Central Park during good weather. And he says, when people tell you that you can't sing, sing louder.
Yes, I've heard that before.
And that's the kind of advice that I really, really like to hear.
When did you know that you were going to be a singer?
How did I know?
And when?
When? Oh, well, you know, it took me a long time. I started writing songs when I was 13 years old, and I moved to New York City when I was 24 years old. And I worked for the first 8 years as a temp because there's no dignity in starving. And I took guitar lessons from Dave Van Ronk, who I met at the Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs. And that was Terri's first husband. And Terri, you know, he's such an amazing character, this guy, Dave Van Ronk. He said things. I actually have a pillow with one of the things he says. I had it printed on a pillow. It says, it's very hard to write a good political song, but it's very easy to write a bad one. And he could just boil things down to their essence. And he was a great teacher. And I really, really learned a lot because there's no way I would ever show up unprepared for his one-on-one with me.
Well, you have such a wonderful touch with the music and the lyrics. I'm just going to tell you, because I'm very proud of you and not myself, is that when I saw your song, I didn't like it because, you know, I'm 92. And I don't like things about little old people, you know, they can't do this. But that isn't what you did. And it was a very fun and hopeful and just everything it should have been. That was terrific.
Well, that's what I try to do, really. You know, there's a singer named Marilyn May that I've taken master classes with, and Marilyn May, she's even older than you are. She made her debut last year at Carnegie Hall, and she sold it out with the New York Pops Orchestra, and it was just a magnificent show. And Marilyn May, now I forgot what I was going to say about her.
Marilyn May has some.
My mind is just. I'm working on so many different things at the same time. So, but Marilyn May, look her up. Maye is how she spells her last name. And she is one of the best singers in the world. Oh, I know what I was going to say about her. She said that whenever you do a show, you should always focus on the audience. Never, ever sing to the piano player because he didn't pay to get in there. And the people sitting in the seats, they did, and they love you, and so you should make them the star of the show. And when I write songs that people really relate to, I have one called Yonder Blue. And at the end of it's about two people who are constantly traveling and meeting all over the world. And what they do is when one spies the other, they go up and they sneak up to them and say, "Hey, stranger, over here." And I met this couple that said that was their theme song, and they've said, "Hey, stranger, over here," everywhere, in every country of the world, just about. And that's when I knew that I'm doing the right thing with with the talent that I have.
That is a wonderful thing. And pretend you were at a place where you knew you had to make a change. You don't have to give up music, but you just have to make a big change in your life. What would be your first step? How would you start?
Well, I think it's, Pete Seeger has always said that if you are going to be a singer-songwriter in this world, you should sing everywhere for any amount of time, for any amount of money. You never say no. And that's a really important thing. And I'm doing a show like this on Sunday up in Pound Ridge, New York. And this guy, he's invited 40 of his closest friends. And I'm going to sing for them. And I've been working so hard on that show because I really, really want them to understand that their lives are really important. And just because they're older doesn't mean that they don't count anymore. It means you count even more.
I certainly think so.
And thank you. And that's wonderful. And we want people like us and like you to be part of this. And we want to hear from more people because we want to be able to involve as many people like you and like Regina and like Dorothy and me as possible in the show. So we really invite you, get in touch with me, write to me. The Gmail thing is 50 and just getting started at gmail.com. And I am thrilled, really thrilled and incredibly grateful to Dorothy for inviting me to do this. It's amazing. And to Chris for being here. And Regina is amazing. Regina is just great.
And I do want to, especially hearing about Chris's schedule, I do want to thank you for taking time to be with us. I'm glad, Terri has raved about you for 2 solid weeks. And I just want you to know it was all true. And so anyhow, we're delighted and hope you'll have time to come back again sometime.
Yeah, it was great to meet you. Great to meet all of you.
And kids, this is it. So this is, a production of the Spunky Old Broads Network. That's SOB for short. And all the hosts are women past 50, right, girls? Anyway, thank you so much, Terri, Gina, Christine. Jason is not a woman past 50, but we love him anyway. So anyway, we'll see you again next time on Swimming Upstream Radio Show. Thank you, Gina. And this is Dorothy Wilhelm. I'm not wearing a bathing suit today. See you. Bye-bye.